Good morning. Hi. I am back unofficially. I am unofficially back for coffee chat. And I think I'm having tech difficulties. I hope I'm live. If you guys see me, please check in, say hi. Good morning. Yay. It has been a long time. So I have not been back. I haven't been doing coffee chat this summer. It's been since I think June was the last time I went live. I did pop in for a little brief moment to say, hey, I'm still alive a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't been back in an official capacity for coffee chat until this week. And honestly, it's weird. I haven't been live in so long that it feels a little bit strange. So I got to get back into my groove again. You guys know I'm an introvert, so this stuff is uncomfortable, but I'll get back into my groove. No worries. Anyway, yay! I'm back. I'm so excited. I've got a whole new season of Coffee Chat coming up this fall, and I want to first off thank everybody who submitted ideas, topics, all that good stuff. I'm going to go over those in a little bit, and I'm going to catch you up on what you can expect for the fall season of Coffee Chat. But mainly, it's just going to continue the way it's been in the past, just kind of more of an informal format where on a weekly basis, I'm just going to hop in here and share, what's going on in my life, anything that I feel is relevant that I've learned lately or researched or something that you have asked me to answer. I'll be sharing style tips and all that good stuff. I'm going to go through a topics list in a little bit. And if there's something you don't see on there that you want to add, please comment and let me know. But I would love to hear from you today. So say hi, let me know where you're checking in from. We moved. So I'm going to address the elephant in the room, which is my new background. This is my new office, and I'm going to do a tour and all the good stuff. We're honestly still settling in. We've been here 5 weeks. Yeah, 5 weeks on Wednesday. And it's been crazy. So we weren't really planning to move this summer, which is weird since we've been looking for a house for 3 years. But then it just came up magically, and everything that was meant to be happened, and I've got to tell this story someday too on Coffee Chat. But it was totally a God thing, and it all just happened exactly the way it was supposed to. And we are here, and we love it. We have a little bit of land. We have donkeys. So if you watch my Instagram stories on my personal profile, then you've probably seen our two cute little donkeys. They're so sweet. And I love them. But it's quiet and peaceful and awesome, and a lot of work, a lot more work. But we are loving it so far, and I'm going to do some more house tour stuff and all that good stuff and fill you in on all of that. But I just wanted to talk to you today a little bit about hitting the reset button for fall, setting our intentions, and really focusing on what we can control. Because when I did send out a request for topics, a lot of what I was hearing over and over again was like, life feels like the wheels are off right now, and yeah, I feel that too. So I just want to let you know that. We'll be talking a little bit about that today, and I'm going to share some tips with you that I hope are going to help with that. But check in, let me know where you're tuning in from. It is going to be, I think, 105 today in Texas. I'm in North Texas, right above Dallas, and that's really hot. It's been miserable this past week. So let me know what your weather is like. Hopefully you're not going through the dog days of summer like we are. But again, this is kind of a precursor to my official season of Coffee Chat starting back up. And so first off, I want to catch up on some life stuff. So I already mentioned that we moved this summer. We still have our quarantine in our house, 6 people. This house is a little bit bigger than our last one, so we've been able to spread out a little bit more, which has been great. But we've got the nest completely full right now. I've got our son is still living at home. He's about to launch out on his own. We've got Aubrey is staying home this fall, so she has the option of taking virtual classes, and Ava's home with us, and Aubrey's boyfriend from New Zealand has been staying with us too. So we are having fun as our little quarantine, but it's been good. It's been challenging some days, but overall we've been navigating and splitting up all the responsibilities and having fun in the process. So it's all been good. So what else? I'm reading from my list. I want to make sure that I get you updated on all the stuff. Today is my 21st anniversary with my hubby, Craig. And under my desk is a huge bag full of Bath and Body Works candles because he knows my love language is candles. And that's what he bought me for our anniversary. So I'm super excited about that. I've got a big bag of fall candles over here. My favorites are leaves, pumpkin apple, and pumpkin pecan waffles. And he checked all the boxes on those. So let me know your favorite Bath and Body Works scents. I would love to hear those. So 21st anniversary, we moved. What else? I think that's about it. I mean, those were that was a really big thing this summer. It kind of threw me for a loop. If you're on my newsletter list, you know that I struggled a lot with the move. We were in our old house for 12 years, or 13 years actually, which means we essentially raised all 3 kids there. You know, the 2 older kids graduated high school there. Just so many memories wrapped up in that house and so many holidays that we celebrated. And even though the move was a good one and I totally feel like this was meant to be, I still had a lot of emotions that I struggled with and continue to, if I'm being honest. We went to the old house last night to pick up some mail and packages that are still getting delivered there, and it's still on the market. So we've been able to pop in a few times, and every time I go, I just have this little tug at my heart, and I know we did the right thing, but it's still a little bit weird to be in that transition mode where this place doesn't quite feel like home yet. We've, started making memories here, but I think we're going to have to get some holidays under our belts and start to live life a little more in this house before it starts to feel like home. So anyway, just a little side note. All right, so GYPO updates. So cool stuff this summer. I finally found the bandwidth to work on the menswear capsule that you guys have been asking me for years. So we have a menswear closet staples that's coming out next week, which is crazy. On August 19th, it's going to release. It is a full year of style for your guy if he's needing to update his wardrobe for any reason. This one is going to be really cool because we have a lot of casual looks on here for all 4 seasons. We have workwear looks on here, and we have athleisure. So it covers all bases. I think there are 60 regular outfits on this one. It's crazy. It's crazy good. And you're not going to have to spend tons and tons and tons of money to get his wardrobe updated. The cool thing about guys is that they don't need quite as many pieces in their closet staples. So I hope you guys are going to love that. And we're going to run a cool little special on that for the first week. So be sure to hop in if you want to get in on that. Also, Closet Cleanout Challenge was a hugely popular thing that we did in the spring and really, really helpful. A lot of you came back and said, oh my gosh, this was the best thing I've done in a long time. I feel like my life is like organized and less chaotic and all the good stuff. So we did that in the spring. And we're going to do that again this fall. So if you did not sign up for that or you just need a refresh, I do it twice a year. I do mine every spring and fall. So we're going to try to keep this Closet Cleanout Challenge going twice a year. And we are actually having videos and doing it live together in our Get Your Pretty On Pretties Facebook group. So if you're not in there yet, please join. But you can sign up for the Closet Cleanout Challenge now at getyourprettyon.com/closet challenge, getyourprettyon.com/closet challenge. Get on the email list. You'll be there getting the videos that I lead you through my process. We do it in bite-sized chunks because I don't want it to overwhelm you. We do it over the course of 5 days. You can either do the bite-sized chunks over 5 days or you can wait till the weekend and kind of do the whole thing at once. But if you haven't done the Closet Cleanout Challenge yet, I highly recommend it. It's a little bit of work, but it's a great way to kind of hit the reset button and dive into fall. So I'd love to have you join me for that. And then, of course, the fall capsule is going to launch on September 4th. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to shop for your pieces during Labor Day sales and get some gaps in your wardrobe filled. I'm really excited about this capsule because I picked up some pieces that I really love. For it, I spent, I want to say around $125 to fill in my gaps, which was really good. And I've gotten to hit some good sales, and I know that they're going to be even better for Labor Day. So I hope you guys will be able to join me for that. But all right, into the topic at hand. This is always my favorite time of the year. I love to hit the reset button. I love to set goals. And, I get to do a lot of that during the new year too, but I'm not a big resolution person. And I feel like September to me has always been that opportunity to just really kind of be able to say, I'm going to get back into a routine. I'm going to focus on my self-care again and all that good stuff. And the reason for that has always been that the kids are launching back into school, right? Well, this year's different, right? This year is so different. And a lot of us are going through this weird phase of, what does this look like now? Things look different. Even if your kids are back to in-person classes, some of you have that option or are choosing that. Some of you don't even have that option. But whatever the case may be, it looks different this year, right? So I'm going to share with you some tips that have been helping me through the summer mentally to just kind of stay focused and to really just calm my anxiety around everything that feels so out of control right now. So I've gotten that sentiment a lot from many of you who have said, I just feel like I have a lot of anxiety more than usual, or things just don't feel right, and my support networks aren't there that used to be, and things are just weird. So I'm going to go through a couple of things that have helped me, and they might help you too. And one of those has been that I've had to establish some new routines. It's weird, moving has been such a upheaval on top of everything else that I just feel like a total fish out of water constantly. And so one of the things that, just getting into new routines and establishing, like, where am I going to have my coffee in the morning? And even something as simple as walking into the garage, opening the garage door, getting in my car, and figuring out all of the new routines of the house, where the light switches are and all that stuff, has just kind of thrown everything for a loop inside me. And I think that the pandemic and everything that's been going on has had that effect on a lot of us in so many ways, where we've had to really just be intentional about establishing new routines and having some more control over our lives and focusing really on the things that we can control. And I think that if you take anything out of today's coffee chat, I want it to be that you absolutely can't control everything, but there are a few things that you can control. And one of those is to establish a new routine. And when we get into our routines and the things that we do on a regular basis that are kind of creating a comfort zone for us, that naturally has an effect on the anxiety levels that we're experiencing. So take this opportunity right now as we're heading into the fall to really step back and look at ways that you can create new routines in your life, whether it's waking up at the same time every day, or creating a routine around, setting some time aside for yourself to do some devotions in the morning or some meditation or whatever the case may be. That's something that you're able to rely back on a daily basis, just to give you a little bit of flow in your life and to help you feel like things are a little bit more in control. So that's my first tip. Focus on what you can control. Next up is to, get moving again. I'm going to share with you my two big intentions here in a minute for fall, but one of them has been to just kind of hit the reset button on exercise. I have, things got away from me this summer. I gained 10 pounds. Actually, I'd gained 15 at one point due to some medication and other things going on, and just not really being intentional about what meals we were planning or focusing on my schedule with working out. I used to do Orange Theory in class, in studio, and I've had to be a lot more disciplined because I don't have the classes that I'm scheduling and the accountability held in there with that. So exercising has definitely helped me with my mental state and to get back into a better routine and a better place. Next up, I have had to, I've always had a love-hate relationship with social media. I have been really open about this, which is weird as a blogger, as an influencer, as somebody who appears online on a regular basis. I don't particularly enjoy social media. I would much prefer to connect with people in real life. So I feel like social media has been a tool for me to be able to have that connection whenever I can't have it one-on-one. But it has just become such a place of such an energy suck. That's the best way that I can describe it, is just to tell you energetically what it feels like to me. And it's definitely not been a place of positivity in a lot of ways. So one of the things that I had to do is really get creative with curating my feeds, and I encourage you to do the same. It's okay to snooze people. It's okay to block them. It's okay to unfriend them. It's okay to create an Instagram feed that fills your soul, which I've done. Like I fill it up with inspirational quotes, and I'm into home decor since we moved. I've really been, looking for inspirational home decor and the things that fill up my soul rather than deplete it and take away from it. So you have the power to do that. Take control of the media that you're feeding yourself. And that goes for the news too. You don't need to have a constant steady stream of news. You can set up alerts if there's something that you really want to know about, or you can really just screen your news and spend as little time there as possible if that's something that tends to be an energy suck to you. And on the flip side of that, or actually, I guess it goes along with that, is do find the things that fill your soul. This is a great time for exploration and figuring out some things that you may have long forgotten about that you love. Every year at this time, I revisit my love of piano. And last year, if you recall, I started taking lessons again. I fell off with that, obviously. I can't do in-person lessons right now, but I've been going on YouTube and watching videos, and I've ordered a couple easy piano books of some things that I love, like the Beatles and Frank Sinatra and some stuff that I can just kind of peck around and play on the piano. And I find that that's another thing that just really calms me down and helps me to feel just in the flow. And I love just sitting down at the piano every evening. It's kind of one of my bookends at the end of the day, is I just go peck around and play a little song. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's something that really just kind of feeds my soul. I've gotten back into doing yoga again. I've been doing classes online. We live in a beautiful natural environment now by the lake, so I can get out and walk and take walks in nature when it's not 105 degrees. I'm getting out, hopefully riding my bike this fall, having some iced tea on the porch swing in the afternoons and reading my favorite devotional. But I've really been focusing on making time every day, even if it's just 5 minutes, to do some things that feed my soul. I think another tip that has really been helping me is just this reminder that nothing lasts forever, the good or the bad. But just keep that in mind, that what we're experiencing right now is not going to last forever. Yes, there will be a new normal, but what's going on right now is not going to be a forever state. So just keep that in mind. And then the next thing is, in that same vein, is to choose the lens that you're seeing it through. So you do have the power to pick the lens that you're viewing everything through in your day. And I want to be really careful about this, because I don't think that you or I should be a Pollyanna or an Eeyore. So let's strive to be something in between. You can see things through the lens of a Pollyanna, where it's all just happy and you try to be strong for everybody and put on the happy face. And I call myself the quarantine clown sometimes, because I think that my job is to be the one who's always upbeat and positive and energetic and, trying to entertain everybody and trying to keep everybody happy and always pointing out the positive things about everything that's going on right now. But that can be truly damaging as being on the flip side of that, and having the negativity and applying the negative lens to everything and seeing it as all bad too. So strive for some balance in there. And I'm speaking from experience here, because one of the things that I want to do on Coffee Chat this season too is I'm going to be more upfront with you about my struggles and the challenges that I'm going through personally, and just really sharing from my heart, because I want to be a positive light on Facebook. I want everything that is associated with Get Your Pretty On, or with my brand, for lack of a better term, to be a place of positivity and inspiration. And I feel like Get Your Pretty On has been such a bright light for myself. I go into my Facebook groups and I get my soul fed by the women that are in there. And one of the things that I hear from them is, this is a place that's always positive. And I know that when I go in here, I'm going to feel uplifted and supported. And I want that for you. And I want my coffee chats to be that way for you. And I feel like the best way for me to do that is to just be honest. And sometimes that honesty is a little bit scary and a little bit vulnerable, but I am definitely going to continue to be honest and share as much as I'm comfortable with, with all of you, and hope that by sharing those struggles and that honesty, that there will be something in there that will also help you and make your day and your life a little bit easier. So to get back to the original point of today's coffee chat, I want to talk to you about setting intentions for fall, and I'm going to share my two big intentions with you. While I feel like getting into a routine is super important, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later on whenever I go through some of the topics that we're going to cover this fall, I think it's just as important to have a bigger, what's the word I'm looking for? A bigger purpose in all of this. And when we set intentions, it helps everything else to fall in line. So my two big buckets that I want to do this fall are, number one, I want to create space and time for things that fulfill my soul daily. So I already talked to you a little bit about that. Whether it's pecking on the piano, doing some yoga, exercising, spending my devotion time on the porch swing every day, walks in nature. Those are some important things to me to get back in touch with myself, because I think a lot of us have been in, some are on the flip side of this, but many of us have been quarantined with family. And even though you're with people, maybe you don't necessarily feel as connected to them, which is going to be my second intention I'm going to share with you in a minute. And you might even feel a little bit disconnected from yourself. So I think that it's important for us to reconnect with ourselves. And so my first intention is to do that and do the things that fill my soul on a daily basis. And then secondly, I want to connect with my family a little bit better. I think, one of the things about spending a lot of time with each other is that we have overlooked quality time a little bit, and I want to reset the button on that. I want us to have family game nights once a week. And, one of my favorite things that we do is we sit down to dinner at night and share a highlight and a low light from our day, which really is kind of one of those Pollyanna and Eeyore moments, right? Where we're sharing things on two opposite ends of the spectrum. But the funny thing that I find about this is that some people have a natural tendency in our family to focus on only the positive, and some have a natural tendency to focus on the negative more. And when we do this, it forces us to focus on both. So for Pollyanna, me, I'm like focus on all the positive and all the happy, and I struggle to say, oh, this was kind of the low light and the struggle in my day. And then, for someone else in our family, if they're more inclined to focus on the negativity or the bad things that happened in the day, then it does that thing that it flips the switch and has them focus on something really good that happened in the day. So this really, again, is a great connection tool for us, because it enables us to be vulnerable in ways that, for me, sharing a struggle is really a difficult thing for me to do. So sharing those struggles with my family allows me to not only connect with them, but it also helps me to be a role model for my kids, and saying it's okay to struggle and we need to share these things with each other. So those are my two big things that I'm going to be focusing on this fall. And now it's your turn. I want you to get your fall routine into place. But before you do that, I want you to really sit down this weekend and think about, or this week or whatever, maybe you're going to want to journal about this, but listen to your gut and your instinct, and what is it telling you need to do this fall to kind of just really get back to basics, to reset your intentions, and to focus on what you can control, because setting your intentions is absolutely something that you do have control over. So I want to share with you really quickly some of the topics we're going to go through, since this is kind of a precursor to official start of Coffee Chat this season. And I need my glasses to do this. So here are some of the Coffee Chat ideas I've gotten so far. And if you want to add to this list, feel free to do that. One of them is to share my evening routine, which is interesting. I've never done that before, but I definitely have an evening routine and I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to share that. Outfit ideas for teens and college age style. I had a few people ask for that. We've had several requests, on skincare and anti-aging products, which I know I'm going to get in trouble for using that word. There's a better one, but anyway, we'll get there. Subtle changes to hair to change things up, since, some of us haven't been able to get our hair done when we've been staying away from salons. Confidence in quarantine. This has been a huge topic. Again, I definitely want to hit on this and continue to through the fall. Home decor and the GYPO version of it. Yes, I do have formulas for my home decor, and I'd love to share those with you. I've had a lot of requests for home tour too. I'm definitely going to get to that. Book reviews and discussions. Lots of you have been asking me to do book reviews, talk about books that I've been reading. So that's a lot of fun. I'm also an avid reader, so I'd love to share that with you. How to regroup, get organized, and get into a routine this fall. Yes, yes, yes. How to, fall fashion, of course, has been a big topic. I'll definitely be doing some style topics, showing you some of the trends for fall, some of the pieces that I've bought, and how I'm dressing from home during this time. Talking about my book, sharing some chapters, sections, and highlights. Yes, 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 I love that idea. My manuscript got turned in this summer, which is another huge, big thing that happened. So manuscript got turned in July 1st. We moved July 8th. It's been a big summer in so many ways, and I want to share with you all of the things about the book and the process and everything that I learned, and share some of the stuff that is in the book with you. Meal planning and meal prep. That's a huge topic for fall. I definitely want to talk more about that with you. How to determine your season on the color wheel and your seasonal palettes. I love this one. I may bring in a special guest to cover that one because I'm not the expert on that. More Dave Ramsey and budgeting tips. I covered some of that, earlier this summer, and I'd love to dive into that more. Mindfulness practice, staying focused on projects, how not to feel overwhelmed with young kids. I have some experience with that, although my kids are much older. Someone said during the intro of your chat each week, I'd love to know what you're reading and what your current obsessions are. That's a good one. How to deal with anxiety during pandemic, and again, more fall style requests. So yes, 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 I'm going to cover all those topics and so many more. And I'm just really excited to dive into everything and to start all fresh and all new again. And I'm super excited to be back. So I'm going to be back officially next Friday. Until then, feel free to continue to leave topics if you didn't hear something on this list and you're interested in hearing about it. But in the meantime, I have an assignment for you in the comments. Please let me know what your 2 big intentions are going to be for fall and what you need to refocus on. By sharing in the comments, you are going to help others and you can inspire them, and it's also going to give you a certain level of accountability, because I know when I write something down or put it out there to everybody, that it definitely holds me a little bit more accountable. So thanks for tuning in. I'm excited to be back, and I can't wait to spend this fall with you guys. So I love you. Bye.